Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I've been wanting to purchase Fumoto valves for a very long time now, and I finally did so. Let's check this out really quick. As you can see here, I've got two different models. So I actually picked up the F106S for my Honda Civic, and I picked up the F106SX for my Honda Pilot. Now, they make these valves in a lot of different sizes, a lot of different formats. As you can see here, the F106S is quite a bit smaller, and the SX has two separate components, and this is for a oil drain pan that has a recessed bolt. Now, the S on the model number stands for the actual port of the drain valve. Typically, it would just have a hole where you would open this up and it would drain out. But because it has an actual lip on there, you're able to install a tube just like this, attach it there, and then the other end can go directly into your bowl, bucket, whatever you're draining your oil into, and you won't have any splashing whatsoever. Now, with the newer Hondas, they use 0W20 oil, which is like water. So as soon as I crack that bolt and remove it, it just splashes everywhere. No matter how much I try to aim it and get my bucket in the right spot, it'll always get all over my floor. This is gonna solve that problem. Now, this one happens to be vinyl. You can use rubber tubes as well, as long as it has a 3/8 inch inner diameter. That's the most important part, to be able to sit right onto the end of that nipple there. And I'll go ahead and insert links for all of these components here. They also make these in a lot of different thread formats for different vehicles, so definitely check out the description below. All right, so here's a close-up of the two kits here. Again, F106S, F106SX. So let's go ahead and start with the S model first. Let's go ahead and cut open this package really quick. So here is everything that comes with the F106S. So this is the actual Fumoto valve. It's got that very nice metallic construction. There is the nipple. So installation of these valves is pretty straightforward, and it's essentially the same process. After your oil is done draining out, you're ready to reinstall that drain bolt, this guy would take its place. So as you can see here, it does come with a washer. This is some type of fiber washer here. It's not an aluminum crush washer that you're typically using with your drain bolts. But essentially, you're looking for the exact same thread count and size for your vehicle. Go ahead and throw that washer on there, tighten her up. And the tool to tighten this up, you're essentially going to want to use either a box wrench, crescent wrench, or even a pliers wrench. Now, the torque spec on these is quite a bit lower. It's almost half actually than your typical drain bolt. So typically with Hondas, you're dealing roughly about 30 foot-pounds. This is actually 18 foot. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and head into the garage, change my oil, and install the valve. All right, so here I am at my Honda Civic, about to change my oil. I've got the Fumoto F106S ready to be installed. And thankfully, this is the last time I'm gonna have to do this on this car. I like to pivot my hand up like this to avoid getting oil on myself. And this will come out like water. So it's always a good idea to kind of put inward pressure as you're doing this. Then once you kind of fill it on this last couple threads, you're gonna want to put inward pressure and then kind of pivot it upward, as you're gonna see right now. Let it kind of seep out of there on its own. As you can see, I'm doing it really slow. And there we go. Found that to be kind of the cleanest method without getting it everywhere. Like I said, there's really only one way for it to spin. As you can see, it just locks on tighter as you spin it tighter. I can do the rest by hand now. I always like to loosen a little bit, let whatever oil is kind of left in that chamber there kind of seep out. All right, there you go. And as you come to the end of these threads here, you definitely want to make sure to support it, because this will fall on you. Get oil everywhere, which is never a good thing. By the way, I always use OEM filters on my cars. Definitely do not go with the fram there or anything like that. As you can see, it kind of jumped out at me. Just making sure there's definitely no debris on there. A little bit of oil is fine, but yeah, just make sure there's no sand, rocks, any metal chips or nothing like that on there. Give it a nice clean surface. Got my fresh Fumoto valve, righty tighty. Definitely make sure you got the threads in properly. You're not cross-threading. As you can see, this spins up freely, tightens up just fine. There's no issues. I can go ahead and take a crescent wrench and tighten on this. Definitely don't grab it from here. Don't grab it from the nipple. I'm gonna make sure to grab it from the body here. So I'm gonna basically take a crescent wrench long ways and tighten it up this way. And these do not need to be cranked down very much. It's only 18 foot-pounds. So take that in consideration. It's not your typical 30. It's very, very light. I'm gonna go basically there, and that's all that's needed. And by the way, if you guys are finding this helpful, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Now back to the video. Alright guys, so that was my video on the Fumoto valves. If you guys found this helpful, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Also like and comment with what your thoughts are on these valves, and also if there's anything else that you guys recommend that makes oil changes a little bit easier, let me know in the comments below. Glad to check that out. And by the way, these just happen to be the Honda valves. They also make these in a bunch of different sizes, different threads, and everything like that for different vehicles. All right, you guys, that's gonna sum it up for me. Like and comment with what you guys think about this kit here, and also consider hitting that subscribe button if you find this helpful. Thanks so much for making it to the end of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.